Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're finishing off Season 1 with Breaking Bad with a no rough stuff type deal. So, this episode, just like with the end of the last one, shows Walter finally coming to terms with the new drug dealer and drug maker persona he's made for himself, Heisenberg. And this episode shows, like I said, him going even deeper into it. And, yeah, I'm just gonna say it, I like this episode. But not as much as I do with A Crazy Handful of Nothing. Don't get me wrong, it's still very good, but there's a bit less here than there was with A Crazy Handful of Nothing. But again, it's still very good. So, the episode opens up with a PTA meeting that Walter is attending, where Hank and his DEA partner goes over with the school staff about the recent theft that led to a cook site, which of course is Walter and Jesse's RV. So, and Walter doesn't really do much after this. Like, he doesn't really tell Jesse about this, and I don't expect him to do it in Season 2 either. But it does show that Hank and the DEA are getting suspicious. Of course, not of Walter, at least not yet. Now, also happening in the episode is Jesse decides to sell his aunt's home. I don't know why. They don't actually really go into why. And honestly, doesn't really matter for the sake of the episode. It's just a thing that's happening. And another aspect is Skyler has the baby shower for her upcoming daughter Holly, where her sister Marie gives her a very expensive gift, which we'll later come to realize that Marie stole from a jewelry store, which leads to Skyler and Marie's relationship becoming estranged, which apparently that's a massive focal point of the first couple episodes of Season 2. So, where Hank tries to help them get their relationship back. Apparently. That's just from the descriptions I read of Season 2's first couple episodes. Now, let's get into some of the best parts of the episode. One, the part where Walter and Jesse have to steal the main, I don't know what it was called, but the stuff from the warehouse, and they lock the security guard in a fucking porta potty. That's just, it's funny, man. And then also since Jesse's selling his aunt's house, they'd have to cook in the basement while people are attending the open house, which oh boy, that is some sitcom level stuff you have to do. That is the episode of a sitcom right there. But again, like I said, the whole open house thing doesn't really have to do much with the episode besides this plot point where Jesse has to distract people from going into the basement. And we obviously get to see more of Tuco and Walter and Jesse doing business with him. But this is the episode where Walter's recipe for blue sky comes out, where instead of the normal meth, the meth that they made with this new recipe that allowed them to make a lot more in a short amount of time makes the meth blue, which again is now sky blue. Or no, blue sky, god damn it. And the end of the episode is fucking perfect. Where Tuco starts yelling at one of his men, and Walter's like, how about we all relax? And then Tuco's like, Heisenberg says to relax. I'm relaxed. I shouldn't have done that. Oh god. God, Jesus, that made the camera fall. Anyway, yeah, he just starts punching the shit out of the guy next to him, till he's literally bleeding on the ground and unconscious. And it's a meme, so what are you gonna do? It's funny as hell. And then the season caps off with Walter and Jesse walking out of the junkyard after just selling the Sky Blue to Tuco. And yeah, that's how season 1 of Breaking Bad ends. So the reason why this episode isn't as good as the last one is because there are moments that kind of break. Again, it's more of like, thing happens, bit of a halt, thing happens, bit of a halt, bit of a halt. And it's kind of a repetitive thing, but overall it didn't really damper much, you know. Again, it's a bit jarring to hear halt, something happens, halt, something happens, halt. It's a bit jarring. But overall, a no rough stuff type deal. Gets an 8.7, we'll say, out of 10. And overall, Breaking Bad season 1 gets an 85% on the old blood bag. So, yeah. And yeah, tomorrow we'll start with season 2 of Breaking Bad with the old 7:37 tomorrow. I'll see you then. Goodbye.